Okay, we are back. This is actually day two. Day two. This is George, that is Oliver, and that is Leo. Very sorry, my GoPro battery died, so we didn't get to see Louis, but I will flash a picture of Louis after pic. I'm not sure if I have a before pic. I'll include that if I do. Right here, that's Louis. He's a cutie. But anyway, we're back. This is day two. This is George. I've already done George's haircut, and it's a little, he just like vibrates the whole time. It's a little hard to get him perfect. I have not bathed either one of these guys yet, and I have a reason for that. Because the reason my GoPro battery died, it only lasts like an hour or less. So I'm going to have it charge in between dogs, so I can for sure get all 3 dogs today. This is the length I did on George. Usually we do a 1/2 inch. Today his parents were like a little bit longer, so we're doing a 5/8, just one length longer than a 1/2 inch. And we're gonna try and do this length on his head. I think it's too long, but we're gonna give it a shot. Actually right after I set his head, which I didn't do very well, at least. Hey buddy. George, I know I'm not supposed to have favorites, but for this family, George is my favorite. He's just so cute. I don't know. Also, my grandpa's name was George, so like maybe I'm just like biased a little. We're just setting the head, going around the jawline like we've been doing. Okay. I'm actually gonna turn the air on. I don't know why I always turn it off, because it gets hot really quickly in here. Excuse me, guys. Okay. Now, put that back on. Try this long length. Oh, no, that's fine. I still have to scissor, so I think we'll be good. Just taking a little bit off, making sure the length is pretty uniform up top. Excuse me. Being real light, real gentle with that. Thought I stepped on a dog's foot. Oh my gosh, I was gonna cry. Okay. You're just a baby, huh? Yeah, you're just a baby. All right, so real quick, we're just gonna do his eye corners. Okay, sorry, looking for this one. I wonder why your tongue is discolored like that. You see that? I wonder why it's like that. What happened? Did you burn your tongue? Speaking of burn, I fell asleep with my heating pad on last night and somehow didn't wake up but burned my knuckle. So that's gonna be fun, bathing with a burnt knuckle. It was okay bathing him, but he was my first one. So I assume it's going to get worse throughout the day. We'll see how it goes. Might have to wear gloves, but I hate wearing gloves over me. Unless it's like a skunky dog or just a really like nasty, like dirty dog, then I will, willingly. But other than that, I would prefer not to, because I like to be able to feel, you know, what I'm doing. I saw this post yesterday about how she hates when groomers leave too much of a visor, and her dog was like, the dog she groomed, no hate or anything, it was a really cute dog, but it was like, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it was cute, but I don't think I leave too much visor. Like, too much visor would be like, probably more than this, I think. Because, like, you still want it to be cute. You want it to be teddy bear. And if you don't keep that shape, where's the teddy bear? Okay, come here. Say hi, George. George, say hi. Hopefully I'm still getting him in view. Hello. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Are you eating Cheetos? What's that? Anyway, I'm not in a too terrible rush today. I had my next appointment cancel on me. So, I mean, I still have to get through this relatively quickly. It's only 10 o'clock right now. I got here about an hour and a half ago. So I'm working slower than I was yesterday, but yesterday was insane. After I left here, my appointment was overlapping with this appointment yesterday. So I was just in a big rush, and it was like a 30-minute drive, and I was like, wow, that's great. And then after that, the next dog that I groomed, it was supposed to be a face feed and Sani, and that dog had a seizure on my table. That was fun. It was like a dryer seizure, but then she had an actual seizure after that. So I was like, wow, my luck that a dog would have a dryer seizure and then a real, like, actual seizure back to back. If you don't know what a dryer seizure is, basically it's like, I mean, they can look different, but from what I know, it's just basically they start freaking out really bad, like very bad, while you're drying them. It doesn't look like a typical seizure, so you kind of have to know what you're looking for. Sometimes it can just look like a bad dog or like a dog that's not good for the dryer, but sometimes if you have a dog that is good for the dryer and then just randomly starts exhibiting this behavior, it's like all out of nowhere, out of the blue, that could be considered like a dryer seizure. But don't quote me on everything. I'm not a vet, and I'm only talking from personal experience. I haven't done a whole bunch of research on it, but I'm like 90% sure she had a dryer seizure and then a typical seizure. I don't know if there's a better word for that, but like a typical seizure right afterward. That was scary. Still don't know how to feel about it. Still processing my emotions from that. But yeah. Parents were fine. I had asked them if she had had a seizure before, and they said not in a long time. So, yeah, little scary, but you know, it is what it is. She's older. The dog is older, and sometimes that just happens. A little traumatized, but that's fine. You know, it comes with it. Did you fart? One of you farted. It smells disgusting, by the way, just in case you were wondering. See, isn't George just a little cutie? Aren't you just a little cutie, George? Aw. He's good for the groom. He just like vibrates the whole time. He's not doing it right now, but like when I do his legs, he'll just start to vibrate. And it's a little hard to get clean scissor lines when he's just vibrating the whole time. So if you think they look a little whack, they look pretty good for him vibrating the whole time, but that is why. Georgie. What happened? So one of the things that I try to keep in mind while I'm doing the face, specifically the muzzle, is I used to keep like a mustache, which sometimes I still do, but not to the extent that I did before. But what I basically mean by that is like I would keep this length right up in here. I'm going to take that off. I haven't done the muzzle yet. I just kind of did the sides a little. But how it was explained to me is that when you do that, it makes them look sad. You don't want them to look sad. You want them to look happy, which, like, obviously you want them to look happy, but like, let me just show you, like, internalize his face right now. Yeah, this is how he looks, and I'm gonna do his muzzle, and we're gonna see how happy he looks after we basically give him a little muzzle lift, little face lift. Sorry, I can't, gotta keep his tongue inside his mouth. Okay, need some more. I'm gonna do it from here. Yeah, I know, don't you worry. Pick this up. I see it, I know. Close the mouth, close the mouth. Your breath is so stinky. It's stinky. Oh my goodness. Your breath almost smells worse than the fart that was farted earlier. Okay, still working. Okay, I'm gonna take this. No, don't put your lip. Yep. He's old. Cut him some slack here. I know. Gotta try and blend out your muzzle. Nope. Put your tongue away. You know, a lot of people's, yesterday I was talking about pet peeves, and a lot of people's pet peeves is the tongue thing, is that they never put their tongue away, but like, they're stressed out. What do you expect them to do? It can be frustrating, but like, what do you really expect them to do? Girl, give me that. Yeah, there it is. That hair right there. See, already you can tell he looks a little bit happier. It's still a little messy. Don't worry, I'm still cleaning it up. Dude, that hair is literally I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Give me that. Did I not just get this hair? Oh my gosh, bro. I know. On this side too? Yeah. Okay. Wow. I'm not going as fast as I was yesterday. I was locked in yesterday. Like, I don't know. Yesterday I was just going. Today I'm moving a little bit slower. That's okay. You're not gonna have fast days every single day, you know. My hand's been acting up this morning, so okay, already you can tell he looks like happier, like his face is lifted, but what's really gonna pull that together is when I shorten up his chin here. Like, his chin looks really fluffy and round, but it's pulling his face down, so you really want that short. I know. Hold on. See, look at it. He looks so happy. What happened? What happened? Why are you so happy? Wow. Excuse me. I wish you would close your mouth. You're making me nervous. And also, you're gonna want to look from top down too, because like that, the pet parent's gonna be looking top down as well. Don't forget that. Like, they're not gonna be looking straight at their dog's face 24/7. They're gonna be looking top down too. Oh. Oh. Okay. We're gonna finish his face and then I'm gonna call him back. That's my editor, you guys. That's my husband. So you're seeing this video, you know why I didn't answer your call. So we just have the ears to do left and then we're done with his face. I thought I saw red and I was about to have a stroke, I think. Okay, he's calling me twice. It's an emergency. 1 second. Okay, here we are. My husband locked his keys in his car and he was like, I need to Uber courier my spare key. And I was like, oh, can't do it. I'm in a gated community and I can't give out the code, sorry. So yeah, there's George. I just kind of trimmed his ears up just a little bit, but he's really cute. This is Oliver. We're just about to start his face. I just set his head. And now I'm going to use a 3/4 to do the top. I used a 3/8 on his body, like I did with all of the other dogs. George is the only one that gets a different length because his mom, one of his moms, likes him fluffy, but the other ones get a pretty short cut. Aw, Ollie. Aw. Alright. Yeah. You see, the method for I've done mostly Shih Tzu or Shih Tzus and a Maltese face, but I'm gonna go a little bit further in here. Just skip the top. I know. Okay, we're gonna take his ears and we're gonna put them right in there so I can access this without his ears being in the way too much. Okay. Do his visor. It's 11:24. Yesterday, I told you that I wanted to be out of there by 1. I was out of there by 1:15, which is pretty good because I forgot that I had to pluck their ears. I don't have to pluck these guys' ears, I don't think, just the other ones. But I was out pretty good. That's like what, 9:30. I got there at 8:30, so 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 4.5 hours. That's pretty good, but I don't think I'm gonna be out of here by 1, maybe 1:30. Like I said, I'm moving a little slow today. Plus I don't have an appointment after this until like 3. So it could be later actually. I'd have to check. I can't check right now because we're recording, but yeah, I don't have an appointment for quite a while. So I'm not in too much of a big rush. I know you're cutie. Okay. That's ear hair. We're gonna try and leave that alone. I don't know if you can tell, but I use these shears quite a lot. They are my favorite right now. They are my most, my newest pair of shears. They're just so nice. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You're just a cutie. Keeping the ear hair out of the way. Everything just blends pretty nicely with these shears. I wonder what the last time I did this guy's haircut, what he looked like. I don't know. Probably not too different, but they come either every 4 weeks or every 6 weeks. And recently I've been trying to up my teddy bear face game. It's one of the reasons why I'm making this video. I'm getting so much practice doing these. Like, I'm trying to get, I don't want to say advice. Like, this tutorial, it's not even a tutorial really. This is just like me showing how I do them, asking other groomers like what I should do, not what I should do, how I can improve. Because that's what I want to do, is I want to learn and I want to improve, and I do want to be quicker, but today I'm just feeling a little like under the weather. So that's why I'm a little slow. I've been feeling under the weather a lot recently. It's not been fun. Cute. I know. Look at this snaggletooth. Just a baby. Okay, why this right here? I would like you to not. Thank you. All right. Don't look at that, but like, shape is pretty good. I'm gonna have to go back in with that, but that's okay. That's ear hair. These shears are okay. I've had them since the beginning. I've had all of my shears fixed from the beginning except this one and that one, and one of my chunkers. Honestly, if you're a newer groomer, those shoes are okay. I got them off Amazon for like $40 for a pair of 4. It was a curved, a straight, a thinner, and like a medium chunker. This one, and then a thinner that I have in my case. That is okay. It's my backup thinner. They're all right. Definitely not show quality, but if you're just starting out, or if you need a backup pair for when you're sharpening your tools, I'd say they're good. I don't have any backup shears. I just have different size shears, and I just suffer when I get my shears sharpened. I just try and, like, if I have a bigger dog, one of the sharpening days, I'll send the smaller pair, and then hopefully I don't have a big dog the next day, otherwise it takes forever. But, you know, I'm not made of money, so it is what it is. Groomers, I know you relate. I mean, I do have multiple pairs of blades, like sets. I have 2 sets of blades, which even now I think about that and I'm like, dang, I've come so far. I'm still paying off that second set of blades though. The first one I didn't have to pay for because I worked corporate and they gave me a set to start off with. But I am still paying off that second set of blades. It's been like 6 months and I had to finance it because it's so expensive. And you know, economy nowadays, not so great. So we just do what we can. No. Ugh. You're just a baby. Oliver is a really good boy. He is a good boy. The only thing he's not so great for is the dryer, but could you really blame him? I don't blame any dogs that are bad for the dryer, because like I probably, if I were a dog, bet I'd probably be bad for the dryer too. Take the ears out. We're gonna give little shake to his head, stir up the hair, put the ears back in. Okay, so this needs to okay. And we're just gonna do the chin really quick just so I can round it out easier. Need more chin up top here. Okay. Gotta be careful, it's his skin right there. It's also very normal for the chin to be much shorter than the body. Like, that's just the, it's what makes like the teddy bear look, it makes it look real round, proportionate, you know? When you're grooming, you really have to have like a lighter touch. Like you have to be prepared to stop scissoring at any time. Like, cause what if you accidentally hit skin? Like earlier when I was scissoring, you might've saw that I like not hit his skin. Like I didn't cut his skin obviously, or there would be blood, but like I almost did. But a part of being a groomer is that you have either you're holding on to the skin and like going around it, or you are conscious and are able to like back out. Like if I were to go chop, 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 and I go, that I can like release before I cut, which seems like counterintuitive, not counterintuitive, but like, well, you should be more careful. Sometimes like you have to be prepared for that, because sometimes it's just, you don't have a choice. Like what if there's like a skin tag that you didn't know was there? Or what if he's got a roll that's sticking out, you know? Or literally anything. You kind of have to be, you have to know what skin feels like underneath your scissor, which sounds bad, and you have to be prepared to stop your blade when that is. So like this one, I know his ear is right here. That's the tip of his ear. So like I'm safe, we're chilling. that a little bit right there. Behind the ear. It's a cute little ear. Okay. Nice. Brush all the hair forward. There's the tip of his ear. The tip of his ear is here, but yeah. Now we're just shaping. Something I'm really bad at as a groomer, I think, is like what I just did is I recognized that like I did not need to sit here and thin all of that hair off, that I could just take it off with a shear and then create the shape. I'm bad at switching tools like that because one of the things that I was taught was that the less you have to change your tools, the faster you'll be. And that's still like in my head. Like I still let that affect my my grooming, which can be true, but also like sometimes it's more efficient to change tools. And that's just how it be sometimes. This one's a little bit more, a bit shorter. Okay, now we're gonna fix the top here. I know, top looks like a hot mess. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So we're almost done. It's 11:38. So I've been working on this for just about 15 minutes, I think. When did I start? 24? Which is about the normal amount of time it takes to do a teddy bear head. Some people are real quick with it, but in my opinion, those people who take less than 10 minutes are probably skipping some steps or like, you know, taking some shortcuts, or it isn't looking the best. But there are obviously exceptions to that, like, you know, but I feel like a good teddy bear head should probably at least take 10 minutes. Have I done a teddy bear head in 5 minutes before? Yes. Has it looked good? Yes. But those are dogs that like, not a dog like this. Like a dog like this, you need to take some time and scissor and everything like that. But like, it's a good example. Okay, a little niche, but like a Jack Russell or like a Jack Russell Maltese mix. That's what's coming in my head right now. You only gotta spend like 5 minutes on that teddy bear head. You ain't gotta spend more than that. That's all it needs. Or if your dog is getting regular trims, regular haircuts, like really regular haircuts, then probably, you know, just a trim up only takes 5 minutes. Okay, checking the back of the head in the mirror. God. Okay. Wow. What the heck? Did I not blend this already 7 million times, or what? Oh my goodness. All right. It's pretty good. Pretty cute. I'm probably the worst at Shih Tzu heads, so this is pretty okay for me. This is also way better than it used to be. So feel free to give some constructive criticism, and make sure if you do comment that criticism is in fact constructive and not rude as hell. Yeah, because I will delete your comment if it's rude. So, just an FYI. Because I don't take shit like that seriously. Like, you're posting a rude comment on my video for what? For what? Right. I have donut themed bandanas, which are already covered in cologne. So this is the cologne that I'm using for all of these dogs today. I got this off of Amazon. This is Show Dog. Smells like men's cologne, basically. All of the dogs at this house, they're all boys. So I thought that men's cologne would be a good little touch there. So I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna start on Leo. Okay, we're on the last one. This is Leo. I've just completed his body haircut. And I just set his head. So now we're going to do the thing. Look at his snaggle tooth. You're just a baby. All right, using that same 3/4 that we were using earlier. This guy, he's got some different like hair growth patterns on his head. I'm gonna try and follow those. Oh, I can't do this with the thing. Some blending in the back. Okay. Ugh. Always being covered in hair. Always covered in hair. Okay. Eye corners. I know. I know. Hold on. Okay. I know. Take the ears, put it back here. All right. I didn't do the visor. That's fine. I'll do it in a second. I mean, you're probably noticing that I'm not really doing the same thing every single time. Yeah, I don't really have an explanation for that. It's just kind of how I do it. I just kind of do what feels right, what looks right, what I think will produce the best results. But I am trying to, like I said earlier, like use shears to cut both length off and then blend with thinners. Generally, that's what you're supposed to do. I'm bad at it. I just like to go in with thinners because it's more comfortable for me. But I'm trying to be better at taking off both bulk length and then blending. Can't speak. No words. I have a love-hate relationship with slip leads. Like they're great, love them, but also they make doing the head very annoying. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. Trying to think what I should talk about. Like, when I was learning how to do faces for the first time, I really struggled at being fast. And I'm still not like the Flash or nothing, but I'm definitely a lot faster and a lot better than I used to be while doing faces. And no one ever really explained to me how you're supposed to make the face look. I mean, I watched Just Rona's video and that definitely helped. But what mostly helped was just repetition, practice over and over and over again, because it's just a learning curve, truthfully. I mean, someone can show you, I mean, this is kind of true with all skills. I'm just yapping at this point, but I'm gonna yap because you're watching this video, so yeah. But it's just you just have to practice. There's no way you can whip out like a Asian fusion Shih Tzu in your first week, you know what I mean? Stop doing that. Thank you. And speaking of Asian fusion, I have been working on my Asian fusion, like poodles and doodles and stuff like that. Oh my god, that crap is hard. Like, learning curve for that is crazy. And I'm already a groomer, but yeah. And I didn't really have like a mentor either, so I mean, I kind of did. It was my salon leader at my old corporate store, but truthfully, I did not feel very guided. very much as a apprentice, but more so as a, hey, this is an environment where you can use to teach yourself how to groom, and we'll pay you. And I was like, oh, okay. I was expecting a lot more help when I first learned how to groom, but they just kind of sent me on my way. And I am very grateful for the people that I was working with, my coworkers. Anytime I had a question, they would answer my question, but my mentor, so to speak, was not really around unless I was failing, unless I was like, I need help, I'm not gonna be able to finish these dogs because I'm behind and I'm like, I'm not fast enough to do 7 dogs in one day. I just got out of academy like 2 months ago. That did happen, by the way. I don't know if it was 2 months, but it was really soon. They did try to put me on 4 dogs a day in an 8-hour shift when I first got out of academy, so that was fun. But anyway, I didn't feel very supported, so to speak, when I was working in my corporate job, which is one of the reasons why I transferred out of that store, is because when I was learning, even though I was like a newbie, and yes, there were people around me 100% of the time in case something went wrong, but like to actually nourish my education in grooming and to teach me how to be fast and to teach me how to be good, that did not happen. One of the girls did teach me how to do a face relatively quick, and that definitely helped while I was still getting my bearings on how to do faces, because it was just taking me a very long time to do faces. So it helped. Thank you for that. Shout out if you're watching this video, you know who you are. Like my my friend who still works in that store, actually, she texts me all the time because she has the same salon lead that I had. And she has to text me from half a country away to ask about questions for grooming. Isn't that ridiculous? Like, you should not feel comfortable asking either the people around you who you work with, who know you're learning, or your literal mentor, how to groom, what blades to use, what to use, what to do. And I'm very glad that she feels comfortable having me as a resource, and I'm very mad at that lady, the mentor lady, for doing this to so many people. Like, and I'm very surprised that more people have not washed out because she isn't doing her job properly. I'm still bitter about it, if you can't tell. That's okay though. Like, this was, I mean, I guess it was still kind of recent because I've only been grooming for about 2.5 years, and that time also, like, that includes my time as a bather. So, actually, you know what? No, it's probably longer than that because right now it's November. No, I don't know. It's November right now, and in February, it'll be 2 years since I started cutting hair. So 2.5 to 3 years, because I was a bather for about 8 months before I went to academy. But anyway, what was I talking about? Sorry, I'm trying to yap as much as I can, but still, like, do a decent job at getting this guy's face done in time, because it's already 1. And like I said, I want it to be done by 1:30, but I'm probably going to be done at like the same time, like 1:15. I just have to finish filming this video, and then I have to finish filming the TikTok that I'm making, and clean up and get these dogs out. They're being very good. Little Ollie and George chilling, being very good boys. But anyway, yeah, I feel bad for my friend. She's struggling, and I do what I can when I can to help her. And I will be sending the first draft of this video to her because she, like I said, is a baby groomer. She's new, and she's having trouble with her faces. And Shih Tzu faces are particularly difficult because they have drop coats, and drop coats, they drop. They don't hold shape. And in my opinion, it's way more difficult than like a top knot, like a poodle head, because it's so hard to get the shape correct. And like, I don't know. Shih Tzu faces are hard. They're also typically musty, you know, like a little more grody. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are definitely grody poodles out there. Do not get me wrong at all. But I'm very lucky that most of the Shih Tzus that I've done the last 2 days don't have like, they're like Shih Tzu mixes. They're like Shih-Poo. They don't have like the really smushed face that Shih Tzus typically have. That their smushed face makes it incredibly difficult to get a good muzzle on them. Luckily, these guys only have like a half smushed face, so it's not so hard, but it's still pretty difficult because of their coat type. To make something round while it can't hold shape very well is hard. Very hard. And hopefully soon I'll have a poodle to work on so I can show you guys how I do my poodle faces. well, not faces, heads, because they typically get a clean face. I have a couple clients that I do poodles for. I have one every other week, but she's a teddy bear face. She doesn't get a top knot. But I have 2 standards that I'm doing right now in lieu of one of the groomers who's on medical leave. They're really good. They just take forever. Those 2 standard poodles take me like 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours on their own. But the big one takes me 4 hours. And the little one takes me like 2.5. And the other groomer, who's been grooming for like 15 years, also takes her 4 hours for the big one. So if I am not slow when it comes to those guys just take a long time. The big one has a really dense coat and he's big. So I do what I can. Okay. But they get really cool top knots and like half crests. Crests are like, well, you got the top knot and then you have the part on the back of the neck, which is called the crest. They get like a partial crest. And I had never done a crest before these dogs. And I was very, very excited to do it. And I'm very glad that they like my groom the first time that I had ever done a crest. They were like, wow, these are really good. Do you groom poodles a lot? And I was like, sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I had never done a crest before. Nope, never done one. I've done those dogs 2 times now. So then they come every 6 weeks. So I did those dogs a couple weeks ago, so they're probably coming up soon. Are your ears even? You're kind of tilting your head. I can't tell. I think this one's a little longer. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Shih Tzu faces are hard. Poodles, I feel like top knots are easier than Shih Tzu faces, but you know. Why? This part right here, why? Almost done. Okay. Oh, you falling asleep? You're just a baby, huh? Hold on, I see that. Bring that forward. Take that off. This is on this side too. Okay, that's pretty good. Now this side is shorter than this side, I think. Can't tell if it's just the positioning or like the way the hair is positioned. No, it's shorter. Yeah, it's a little better. All right, there he is. There's the Leo. So I'm just going to, I'll disinfect these in just a second, but I want to clean up and get them out of here. And my husband still doesn't have his keys and it's been like 3 hours, so I need to get him his spare key somehow. Yeah, backing that up in a second. My last donut. Well, it's not my last one, but you know what I mean. My last little donut guy. And the perfume. Okay. And there he is, and that was my face video. Why do you look like that? Stop. Okay. Yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what else you guys want to see from me. Again, please leave your constructive criticism down in the comments. Please give me a like if you like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I do mobile And I also do some home grooming as well. So please look forward to that. And have a great day, and we'll see you next time.